We are live here at Lottoland Stadium, ready for a big clash between the Manly Sea Eagles, coming off a big win over the Brisbane Broncos, up against the Parramatta Eels, who are coming off upset victory last week against the Canberra Raiders, who previously had not lost a game this season. Joining me in the commentary box once again is Dustin Richards. Dustin, what are you looking forward to about this match in particular?
I'm looking forward to see how the Eels go in this game. Of course, you mentioned they won against Canberra Raiders, an upset victory. But the one thing about this changed Eels side, Blake Harris is starting on the bench in the number 17 jersey with Jordan Marshall, at 7.
You'd have to assume that's something to do with the, obviously, a bit of drama going on throughout the week. Obviously, I guess that was a bit ago now. Seems to have quieted down, but I guess Luke Short isn't. He may forgive, but he definitely doesn't forget. And obviously, if he doesn't, even if he hasn't forgotten, it's the right thing to do is punish him for the moment. As Luke Short there takes the first hit up now. First tackle there. Attila Senenag pushes forward there, gets taken there, 25 metres out now. He's playing it there. Goes Cherry Evans, short ball there to Christian McKay. Pushing forward there, that's the third tackle. Plays it there, goes Cherry Evans, short ball now to Anthony McDonald. Deal starting slowly here, they'll get up towards the 40. That's the fourth tackle there, as it's going to be Attila Senenag going for a 40-20. Goes down, don't really have this, but Tingo takes it there, and a good tackle there. A solid first set from the Eels as Manly working away from past their 20.
Yeah, great first set there. Kicking early was an interesting option, but it did work. Manly now have to get out of their own end deep. Probably not the best kicker with Sensendag, so it'll be interesting to see how Blake Harris, absent from the start inside, goes with their kicking game.
Matt Harris plays it there. Will Kay sends a short ball there onto the chest of Jesse Bennett, who'll play it there now as it goes short side here. Brad Goodwin out to Malachi Booth. We know how dangerous he is. Obviously, Season 4 joint MVP there, Malachi Booth. But he'll be wrapped up by the winger of Michael Crimp, as it's going to be Will Kay to punt it. Back into the 5'8 jersey today. Goes all the way down to Brody Kennedy, who gets wrapped up. That's a great set from Manly. Pretty much goes the length of the field now. Eels are trapped inside the 10-metre line. And a great set there from Manly Seagulls as they force Parra to work it away from their own line.
Yeah, look, Will Kay getting back into the 5'8 spot is I think it's going to be a good thing. He's going to be able to run the ball more often. Obviously, his strength is his running game.
As Sheldon Freeburn, fourth tackle, they're only just short the 30 here. This is not looking good. It's going to be Anthony McDonald coming off probably his best game in his career. Pushes up towards the 40 there. He'll play it there. Fifth tackle, goes all the way back. It's going to be Jordan Marshall. Not a bad kick there. Obviously, we haven't mentioned him yet, but obviously first game in the half spot for him. Traditionally a lock forward or hooker. Filling in the halves role. Instead of TV, didn't switch Levi Raymond out of hook and decided to just move Marshall to the halfback role. And his first kick is out of the way. We'll see if he can build off that. Let's go over here now. Tyler Weston it is. Gets past one. That's a good step by Tyler Weston. Good move up the middle. We're wrapped up there just short of the 30. Third tackle. Short side here to Kyle Lewis. He pushes forward. That's the fourth. Matt Harris. Short ball there. Oh, Hayden Miller met by a big Luke Short. Still rocking the red hair right there as it goes. Kyle Lewis, they put it high. Great kick there. Brilliant kick. Taken by Kennedy. Kennedy, we know he's quick. We know he's quick. We know he's very quick, in fact. And he's in the space here, Kennedy. He's over the halfway line. There he goes. Shut the gate. You're a superstar, Kennedy. It scores the opening try for the Eels just like that.
Brody Kennedy has been the best signing all season. I think he is the signing of the season here. Luke Short has picked up a brilliant player in the fullback jersey, and it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this game unfolds. Obviously, Dingo, a veteran of the game, against the rookie Brody Kennedy. Great first stuff there by Brody Kennedy. He gets the leg up.
I want to say that rookie's Brody Kennedy, considering he has been here since season 1. But definitely a great try there for the Eels against the right player. Interesting stat is Brody Kennedy has scored nearly all of the Eels try, apart from I believe only 3 or 4 tries all season has not been scored for the Eels by a player that's not named Brody Kennedy. He is definitely the one that's there. He's the mastermind behind it all. And very early on here, the Manly Seagulls find himself down from a bit of Brodie Kennedy brilliance.
Yeah, 100%. Luke Short knew he needed a new fullback after the changes came in, but 5'8" couldn't play fullback anymore. And I think it's worked wonders bringing in Brodie Kennedy. Great stuff there.
This goes Anthony McDonald now. He takes a hit up, wrapped up there. Matt Harris, Kyle Lewis getting right up in his face there. Two of the best defenders in the comp right there. Inside ball now to Kennedy. He pushes forward. That'll be the third. Just short of the 40 now. Goes Jordan Marshall. Long pass over to Alistair Russell. He's through a gap, in fact. Alistair Russell, obviously traditionally a second rower, has moved into the centres this season. What do you make of that move for Alistair Russell?
I think it's good to have a big, powerful left edge. Obviously, the left edge gets more ball than the right in the SRL. So having two powerful runners of the ball at one edge is really strong, I think.
As Tyler Weston dances with the touchline there. Thought for a second he might have been running over, although he's eventually taken there by the man of the moment. Alistair Russell is now Myler Kerrigan. This is a great run there. Gets it offloaded back to Will Kay. Anthony McDonald comes around, tackles him about the wayside there. Who played there 35 metres out. It goes Dylan Sharp. Back there to Dingo. We know he's dangerous. Oh, that's a good tackle though by Attila Sedadag. And I think that might be Levi Raymond over the top. It goes Brad Goodwin now. He takes a settler on. Fourth tackle. They have to find something here. Put a bit of pressure on this Eels defence. They go Will Kay now. Long pass over to Dylan Sharp. The rookie's second game into his career. Eventually taken down by Shannon Freeburn there. Just past the 20. This is the fifth tackle now. Matt Harris. Rubbers it in. Picked up by Goodwin. Hit the feet of Sedadag. They're going to say not play that. And the Eels get the ball back. Great defence there by the Parramatta Eels.
It's going to be interesting in this game because I don't think Manly have been scored upon first. I may be remembering wrong. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go along with this first half, knowing that they're behind on points already.
Yeah, obviously Manly, they're not used to chasing points, considering how good their winning runs have been recently, as Christian McKay takes a hit up there. The raging second rower runs onto the 50-metre line. They go short side here, over to Telmus Mendonca. And it'll be wrapped up there. That'll be the fifth tackle. 5 metres short of the 40 now. It's going to be Sedadag once again to kick it. Cherry Everton Marshall nowhere to be found. It's nice kick though, bounced up. In fact, Dingo doesn't know what to do with it. And gets wrapped up there. Manages to get past his first defender, but Luke Short's there to cover up the scraps. Interesting to see that Sedadag's kicking here, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why that is the case. I did allude to that Blake Harris's absence will probably impact their kicking game. But having a forward kick majority of the time is a bit eye-raising. Like, I thought Cherry Evans would be a lot more of the kicker of this game.
And here comes Dingo. Sorry to cut you off there, Dusty. He gets the offload, in fact, to Blair Kernan looking for a try, and he's going to get wrapped up there by Alistair Russell. Coming in field to make the tackle, fourth tackle. Okay, gives it out there to Dingo. He pushes forward, gets taken down there. Just short the line. This is great movement here by the Manly Seagulls. It's going to go there. Kyle Lewis rubbers it in. Gwilke's there, and he'll score for the Seagulls, and the Seagulls are about to tie things up.
Great stuff there by the Sea Eagles, having Chaz Dingo. What a superstar of the game. But it's also just the attacking kick of Manly here. I think, who was that by? It was Kyle Lewis, of course, getting it for his halves partner, Will Kay. Great stuff there by Manly.
Yeah, obviously the half partnership that is now won, I believe, but have been together since season 3. Winning a premiership and going very close last season. Cole Lewis, a dual premiership winner. About to convert, make it 6-all after just 15 minutes. It's a very good set there by Manly. A few first plays, they looked worried, but they got up, ball out to Tyler Weston. He did a lot of work. Wrapped up, it was then Dingo going up there. He gets wrapped by Kennedy. A few plays later, it was Kyle Lewis grubbing from Will Kay. Great set there by Manly to just work their way upfield after a tough start to the set with them getting hit hard in defence by the Parramatta Eels.
I thought the scramble from the Eels was good in some instances throughout that set. However, I think they were just too tired or too slow to react to that attacking kick. They need to be better there, especially on their line. We're up against two great halves, and as you mentioned, they've won premierships, so they're bound to be good.
Blair Curtin scoots out dummy half there. Shannon Freeman manages to recover to take tackle. Sorry, I should say Dylan Sharp it was. Okay, gets it over. Oh, knock on there.
Ooh.
This is a huge opportunity for the Eels to potentially strike back. They haven't really had a play the ball in this territory yet this game. Only try coming from a runaway. So this is the opportunity they needed. It's going to go Jordan Ford. Runs over Blair Curtin. And Jordan Ford's in with a try. What a great try there. Jordan Ford, individual brilliance. What a moment there for the Eels. First try in Eels colour. And his 5th career try.
Excuse my clapping, but that was great stuff to see by the Eels, especially the forward pack. They're a very strong forward pack with their strength. And I just thought Jordan Ford able to take the ball up and able to make something out of nothing was great stuff there. They're going to especially rely on this forward pack with no Blake Harris starting.
Yeah, an error made there and only took 2 plays there. It was Jordan Ford running straight at Blair Curtin. He picked him off in defence. Blair Curtin found wanting more, grabbing it pretty much. Well, you grabbed that, Jordan Ford, but didn't manage to stick. And Ford ran over. Dingo couldn't recover to make the tackle. Ford ran at a nice angle there to get over. And Manly, they're behind once again. This is good stuff from the Eels, backing up from their last week's performance.
Yeah, I think they're just oozing with confidence. They know what they need to do to be successful, and they're starting to realise more and more how they can improve on last week in the previous matchups. And it's great to see. Luke Short, obviously the leader, has spoken to a lot of players and say, hey, this is what we need to improve on. Fantastic stuff here from Eels. See how they back it up.
As Jordan Ford pushes forward now, that's the 2nd tackle. Gives it there to Luke Short. He's straight through a gap now. That's a good run there from the Eels front rower. Also their captain. He plays it there on the 50 now. It's looking dangerous. Tilasenadag playmaking there. Short ball to Christian McKay. Playing it there on the 40. Goes Cherry Evans inside there. Tilasenadag palms off one, in fact. Great meters there. Great set there from Tilasenadag. Definitely leading them around the middle there from the lock position. It goes back now. Cherry Evans puts it high. That's a very good kick. Taken there by Michael Cripp, but he's going to get wrapped up there. Barely survive. But the Eels go 90 meters in that set. Great set from the Eels. Now I have to show what they can do in defence.
A lot of pressure here on Manly to try and get the field position back. Attila Sentendag from the Eels. He's been great while moving the lock in the past 2 games, and especially his ball playing ability through the middle.
Yes, but what they have to be worried is Manly, they've made pretty much 60 metres in about 2 plays here. They're going to go Matt Harris, inside ball there to Dingo. Gets it offload to Blair Curtin. Gets put there on the 40. That's going to be the 3rd tackle now. Long port pass over to Will Kay. Takes on the line there. McDonald comes around and make the tackle. Good tackle there by the Eels as now Blair Curtin scoots out dummy half. Looking for danger, but once again, it's Senadag wraps them up. Probably been the...
Just like to point out that Creed Alex Chapman has entered the field. The debutant, or the returning player, coming from the Penrith Panthers.
As Thomas Bendonkel, very close to the sideline there. Managed to cut back in to make sure he doesn't go over the sideline. But yeah, Creed Alex Chapman's now. We'll have to see what impact he has in this Manly team. There's Christian McKay pushes forward there, playing it just past the 30. Goes over to Logan Schmidt. Pushing forward there. Gets past the 40 now. Jordan Marshall. It's going to be interesting to see how the Eels react with their 2 big forwards who were massive to start this game. Look, Jordan Ford and Luke Short, both off the field. It's going to be how they react with that. As Cherry Evans will play it there now. It's going to be once this time Thomas Mendonca kicking it. So they're still not having their halves kick it. Tyler Weston gets back to make the catch there as he gets up to just about the 20. Now the Eels have to make sure they defend here because they've had quite a few times this set barely start the set down here, but quite easily, just like that, they've gone up the field. Carl Lewis it is. Gets a pass to Blair Curtin. He palms off one. And just like that, they're already up to the 40 here. He'll play it there on the 40. Goes Will Kay. Short ball there. Dylan Sharp. Sharp looking for space. Sharp nearly cutting back on the inside. He'll be taken there by Kennedy. Play it there on the 10. It's going to be Matt Harris there. Short ball now to Lennox Prakash. He pushes forward, going very close, in fact. He'll play it there. We get a short side here. Matt Harris it is. He's on his back. Great defense there. Short crash play there by the Manly Sea Eagles. But Matt Harris gets flipped over. They'll still have one last play here, the Sea Eagles. It goes back there to Will Kay.
We'll see.
Very high kick here. Very great kick. In fact, it's taken there. And Thomas Mendonca catches it. Great catch there. The Eels barely survive.
The fusion of that kick, the attacking kick, was great there by the Eels back three. That's something that they needed to improve on prior sets as they got scored upon due to attacking kick. We see how they march upfield. They need to be better in defense. They're losing the field position every set, and they have to try and rework it.
Smock Shrimp, a very good run there. Gets taken eventually by Matt Harris. If only he didn't cut back on. He sort of moved back on the inside of there. He sort of ran into Matt Harris there. As Christian McKell palms off one, in fact. Great run there by the second row once more. They're 25 metres out now. They play it there. Long pass over to Brodie Kennedy. Gets past one. Cole Lewis wraps him up. That'll be the fourth tackle. The Manly Sea Eagles cannot afford to concede here. Christian McKay will take a set to run. So the fifth. What will be that play here? I have to expect a grubber kick here. In fact, Cherry Evans has been setting up for it. He grubbers it in. They're going to say it's... Oh, he's dropped the ball there. Didn't give himself enough room. And Manly survive once more.
Yeah, look, he didn't give himself enough room at all. It's something when you're playing at half and first receiver kicking, you need to give yourself space to allow you to relieve the pressure from yourself so you don't have forwards rushing up on you.
And once again, second tackle. Manly have already made it all of his metres up the field. Jesse Bennett now gets pushed up there towards the 30. Matt Harris it is. Matt Harris straight for a gap. The Manly skipper looking for one. Kennedy makes a massive tackle on the big skipper. That'll be the fourth. Goes to Cole Lewis. Long pass over. Intercepted by Jordan Marshall. Great read there from the Eels. Hooker turned half. And once more, the Manly Sea Eagles can't come up trumps despite having a lot of pressure on the Eels line.
Yeah, the scramble has just been great, and the defensive reads has been really well in majority of their sets too. So great stuff to see there from the Eels. Definitely improving by each set.
Logan Schmidt takes a hit up there. That's the fourth tackle. Cherry Evans it is. Goes for the hands. Gets it over to Mendonca. Although Mendonca's wrapped up there by Tyler Weston, not allowing him to get any good meters there. He'll play it there just on the 40. It's back to Cherry Evans. That's a good kick. In fact, it's going to find the end goal there. Is it going to sit up? It is. Great kick there from Cherry Evans. But oh, the kick defense isn't good. Dingo versus Brodie Kennedy. Who's going to win it? Dingo has K coming down as an inside. Brodie Kennedy's chasing. I think Kennedy will get him. He will, but not after Dingo's made all the way up to the 10-meter line. He'll play it there just short of it. He'll go Will Kay. Long pass. Oh, Blake Curtin. Oh, that was a bit of a play there. I thought there might have been Creed in the way. They'll play it there. Second tackle. Creed Alex Chapman now. Pushing forward. We get just short there. Very good run there from the new Manly recruit. It's going to be Will Kay. Sorry, Cole Lewis this time. On his back now. Fourth tackle. This is great defense so far from the Eels. But short ball there. Jesse Bennett. They hold him out once more. Great tackle on their line by Anthony McDonald. I'm not sure. It might have been Jordan Marshall in there too. It was. They're going upstairs. But the Eels are so far surviving. They'll have one last tackle here for Manly Sea Eagles. This will be
the strength of Eels is what's really holding that defensive line, being able to turn the Manly Sea Eagles over. And look, rushing up on Will Kay, making sure he's not unable to kick. Great stuff there by Eels. Really improving.
Great rushing defense there. Not the type of last tackle option they needed there. Will Kay rushed up, had players rushing up on him. On top of that, the pass from Blake Curtin wasn't a great one to say the least. It's now Senadag up the middle. Offloads there to Levi Raymond. We know how good he's been in the number 9 jersey in recent weeks. Throw it out there to Christian McKay. He takes a hit up. Been very strong so far today, Christian McKay. He'll play it there. Long pass over to Kennedy. Red ball there by Jesse Bennett. Fourth tackle now. Justin Barisic. Gives it out to Logan Spitt. He's through a gap. Has a couple plays out on the outside. Christian McKay's the one he's fine. Had Cherry Evans waiting there. We know he's pretty quick. But they'll play it there now. It's going to be Cherry Evans. who grubs it through. This is dangerous. Kennedy! And Brody Kennedy's going to score! What a moment! What a try there for the Eels!
That is insane. The attacking chances of Eels have not gone begging at all. They just continue to improve with their attacking, especially their kicking. Great stuff to see. I'm really impressed. I can't believe it. I'm actually gobsmacked. Great stuff there by the half and Brody Kennedy.
And look at this pickup here. You might not get the best angle, but it seems that Kennedy sort of picked it up one-handed. Just before it bounced into the laptop. I think that's Lennox Prakash there. And he sort of just scoops it from him. Says, that's mine, mate. Takes on a like... Dingo wasn't expecting a rubber kick. He was waiting for the bomb. Neither was even Wing. They were out of position there. And Kennedy just says, this is mine. And he picks up his second of the day.
Just the defense of Manly in some of these moments have been a bit disappointing. And they got caught out there. So great vision there by Cherry Evans. Also like to point out, moving Christian McKay to the left edge has been amazing for them. He's been able to break tackles, get on the fast play the ball, which is what was able to get that attacking kick in. So great stuff there by the second rower as well.
I have to say, Christian McKay, although he hasn't done anything flashy, he has to be probably one of the best forwards for the Eels so far, up there with probably Jordan Ford and Tilla Senadag. He's just been incredible so far, just getting a bunch of fast play-the-balls. He's ran some really good lines too that, you know, Cherry Evans has been able to feed him. I have to say, he takes another run up here. This time Senadag, who's also been very good, but Christian McKay, he's definitely surprised me so far, but he's been very good. It's a good surprise.
100%. I also think you can owe it down to Levi Raymond being able to choose who he's going to pass it to. There's been a couple times where the Manly marker has been put out of position, and he's just directed attack at that option. And look at that. Levi Raymond sees them out, not square, and he takes a run up to the 50. Great stuff there by Levi Raymond.
It's Cherry Evans with another good kick. Gets it over there to Tyler Weston. He gets past one. Tyler Weston, this is good from Manly. That's something the Eels probably want to improve on. Their line speed has allowed Manly to get quite a few meters, although their line defense is definitely made up for it. Oh, Christian McKay gobsmacks. Just absolutely puts Blair Curtin onto his backside there. Goes Carl Lewis. Gives it there to Lennox Prakash. Playing it there on the third tackle. And came into massive favourites in this game, but so far, it's all the Eels. Up 18-6. Been very good in this game. It's going to go Will Kay now. Inside ball to Matt Harris. Matt Harris is pushing up the middle. That's a good run. Gets up to the 20 now. That's the fifth tackle. 4 minutes to go. A kick here would be... Oh, Will Kay, what's he doing? He takes the tackle. Disappointed there. He didn't have even many players rushing him there. Had plenty of time to get the kick away, but just didn't. What happened there for Manly?
I think it's just a brain fart or a brain explosion. I don't know how to describe that. They know they're in a tough spot, down 18-6.
And there he is again. Sorry to cut you off there. And offload there to Saturday. This is what we're live on. Sorry to cut you off there, Dustin. Please continue.
No, Santendag, another great forward, as you mentioned. Oh, and Kennedy through the middle.
Looking for another one. Looking for a first half hat-trick. He'll get put on his ass. Manly cannot concede here. He'll play it there. Gives a short there to Cherry Evans. He's taken. Fourth tackle now. Oh, he's put down there, Jordan Marshall, and Manly survive.
I think that's the Eels' first proper error in this game. I think Matty Harris needs to get his hands on the ball a lot more often. Get those strong runs in to allow them to get that field position back.
You have to say,
break the middle open.
I think the Eels maybe panicked a little bit there after that great Senadag run. Oh, now what's happened here? Blair Curtin thrown it into touch, and I guess Eels will have one last opportunity before half time. How many braid farts? That has to be another one of the Eels braid farts we've seen, merely braid farts we've seen today. Don't even look like anyone was going to catch that.
I think the touch judge also saw something that we didn't. They called it a knock-on. Oh no.
Oh!
Jordan Ford field.
Jordan Ford, a great run there. Went for the offload. Hit the head of Matt Harris and he dived on it. And the Manly Eels make another error. Manly have sort of forced a few errors here. Now, they definitely could not concede there. They conceded there and it would have been a very hard road for them to come back. To get an offload now to Carlos. We end up half time. What do Manly need to improve on in order to get themselves back into this game? Because right now they're looking far from it in this game, aren't they?
their defense, but I don't know how you can improve it. They just need to get their positioning right in defense. That's what's caught them off guard multiple times in this first half.
As Western takes the final run up there into the clutches of Brody Kendall as he head to halftime. The Eels shocking the home side, 18 points to 6 at the break. As the scoreboards were not working for this game, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Rugby League Rome, who are sponsoring the Manly Seagulls and the home side in the SRL at the moment. Massive shout out to them. They've done a lot for the SRL competition, brought a lot of players over. Obviously, Rugby League Rome, a pretty cool Instagram page. I liked them. I liked them before. I asked them to sponsor me, and they were lucky enough to be like, yeah, I'm down to sponsor you. So, yeah, I just wanted to say shout out to Rugby League Realm on Instagram. It's on Instagram, Rugby League Realm. They're a really cool guy. Well, he's a really cool guy, and yeah, thanks once again for sponsoring the SRL. Welcome back to the second half. Levi Raymond it is. Getting the ball back on the team. His side up 18 points to 6. Shocking the majority of the teams. Well, actually, I think everyone at the moment is shocked. Maybe apart from them and Luke Short. Manly, on the other hand, their home fans are not happy. I saw a few people leave at halftime. Obviously not impressed with that first half. Dustin Richards, what are your thoughts on Manly? What do they need to do to turn this game around after being pretty bad in that first half, to be fair?
They need a win through the middle. That's where they lost the first half. Especially with Sensendag. Sensendag is now off. Blake Harris has been put at the lock position. They need to target Harris through the middle. That's how they win. Matthew Harris just needs to go a good, short, direct line at Blake Harris, and I think they'd be able to gain some field position. Also, Manly have been not a second half team in season 5. So it'd be interesting if they either gas on the pedal or not, or as Dingo just gets held up by Cody Kennedy.
Yeah, fifth tackle, Christian McKay. What a first half. He hasn't had the game of his career so far. 5 line breaks in that first half. Absolutely shredded up Manly's left edge. But a catch there from McKay. Gets wrapped up though and they survive. That could have been dangerous there. As now, here he goes again. 110 meters, 5 line breaks in that first half. That has to be one of the most impressive second row performances first half second row performances we've seen in the SRL.
Oh, 100%. It's been incredible to see him play. It's going to be really scary for teams moving forward having to play against him.
He's such a damaging ball runner. If I correct me wrong, he is a rookie if I'm not mistaken. Which is just incredible considering how good he's been. He's just been breaking so many tackles. Now Barisic, oh, that's a big run. Runs over the top of that tumble was Marlon Kerrigan. They go back. It's going to be the 5th tackle now. Jordan Marshall punts it over. It's going to be over there to Malachi Booth now, who's taken to get a good tackle there by Shannon Freeman, who wraps up the Sim VP Season 4 winner, who's probably had a very quiet season to begin with. Do you think he's the player that can ignite Manly's comeback?
I don't think so. I think he's been too quiet this season to have that opinion on him. I think it's going to be Chaz Dingo to really set the tone for the second half.
Yeah, I have to agree. Chaz Dingo it is, obviously, most front meters in that first half. Already gone 210. He's definitely tried his ass off, as that looks like it might go out in the full. It will not. It stays in. 40-20, and Will Case just kicked the 40-20. I thought it was going to go out in the full, they didn't, and this is the opportunity Manly needed. Will K.
Great from Will K. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's what they needed.
Matt Harris pushes forward. Oh, he's going to get held up there. Great defense there from the Eels. Goes Marlon Kerrigan looking for his first. He'll be held over. Another crash play there by Manly. They have to do a little bit more here to crack the Eels' defensive line. I'd say, if I have to say, we'd have to crack it. Probably their outside backs. The outside backs probably would have found the most success. Tyler Weston's look pretty dangerous, so I think go his way. That might be the way to go at the moment.
Eels look really short on those edges in defense. That's where they need to target.
As Dingo pushes forward there, that's going to be just meters off the line there. Maybe even a 30 centimeters or so. Short ball there. 4. I thought that might have been forward. They're going to say play on. Lennox Prakash crosses over for the first try for the Manly Seagulls.
It looked as if Jimmy Ralph had held up the pass, and he just goes to, I don't know who it was, but the first receiver, and they're able to tumble over, and they've left a massive gap for the Eels. Great stuff there by Manly, being able to knock on the door. This is the first genuine time they've been able to come up with something on their line in the last couple of sets.
Yeah, Lennox Prakash it is. Cherry Evans was, not Cherry Evans, Blake Harris was the one sort of held up in two minds there, playing in the middle of the field, coming on for Attila Sanadag. Big shoes to fill. What a half he had to begin the game. Just absolutely running amok. As Carl Lewis makes it 18 points to 12. Manly are definitely not out of it yet. There's still plenty of footy left to be played, or 34 minutes to be exact. That was definitely good from Manly. So who's been impressive the game? Will K at 5'8". Obviously scored the first try. He kicked the 40-20 to set up this second try. I think he's going to be the guy that's really going to step up if Manly want to go on to win this game.
Yeah, he's been pretty sound at the touches he's had of the ball. That is his preferred position. So having that trust back into himself to have the 5'8" position has been really well for Will Kay. He'll be able to continue playing well, I think.
And Matt Harris is a big run there. Goes off, gets an offload there to Brad Goodwin. Anthony McDonald comes around to make a tackle, though. This is looking better for Manly. It goes Will Kay now. Short ball there to Lennox Prakash. The try scorer for Manly as he'll play it there just past the 40. They're going to go short side once ball. Will Kay it is. Sends it over. Tyler West are getting very close to that touchline. Gets past Kennedy. But Michael Cripp was there to make a tackle. Fourth tackle now. This is looking good. It's going to be Brad Goodwin now. Takes it up. Runs into clutches off Anthony McDonald there. And he'll play it there just on the 30. Goes Will Kay now. Kicks it all the way over. There to Thomas Mendonca. Oh, he gets wrapped up there. That's a great piece of play there by the Seagulls now. And then apparently Eels have to work their way off their own line. This is better from Manly. They've definitely come up with intent in this second half.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier, but they haven't been a second half team for majority of this season. But now they need to realise they need to step up. They didn't have the foot on the pedal for majority of that first half, I don't think. So they need to improve here, and they need to improve fast. Matthew Harris, he's a great captain, great player. That's where they'll start, getting his strong runs.
McDonald takes it up there. Thought that pass might have been a little forward. That would have been absolutely disastrous for the Eels. Goes back Jordan Marshall. That's a good kick. Taken there by Malachi Booth. They have to get on him because he's going to build up a steam here. He did. But the man who kicked it, Marshall, came around to make a great tackle there. Prakash gives it there to Goodwin. A good strong run there from the Manly forward. They'll play it there. Will Kay. Inside ball there to Matt Harris. It's Blake Harris and Levi Raymond to come around and make the tackle. Goes long ball over now to Lennox Prakash.
That's just something I have to give props to for Eels doing. They're hunting in duos when they're defending. You'll notice that they'll split up into duos and target the one player. So great stuff there.
Yeah, it sort of means you have numbers in the tackle and it allows you to sort of make sure that nothing's going to happen that's a bit suspect. Or that kick's dangerous. Mike Cribb's near the sideline but pushes forward there. That could have been very dangerous there. Raymond gives it a Farah. Push forward, that's the second tackle. Oh, that's an intercept there. They're there by Jordan Marshall. This is the chance the Seagulls needed. They can score here, they can tie it up. Will Kay now gives it short there to Milo Carrigan. Marshall, Barisic around him. Second tackle. The Eels defense has been good for most of this game, though. So don't count your hopes on it. Offload there, back to Creed. He gets pushed back, though. Cole Lewis just looking for space now. Matt Harris is calling for it. Long pass over to Will Kay. That's the fourth tackle now. He plays it there just short of the 10-metre line. Matt Harris gives it short there to Kerrigan. Fifth tackle. Goes Will Kay. He puts it high. Great kick there. Dangerous on Alistair Russell. Not a known catcher off the footy. Playing out of position, but how did he catch that one? How did he outleap some of those high jumpers for the Seagulls?
I honestly don't know. That was some tremendous work there by Alistair Russell. I think they had 3 Manly players there. Oh, it was McKay. He makes another line break. How many does that make now?
I think that's his first one of the second half, making it, at the moment, 6. But Matt Harris with the intercept. And now Manly are going to have another opportunity here. They have to score here. Another set on the Eels line. They've had a few of these recently. Kyle Lewis gets it over to Milo Carrigan.
it's interesting to note, each team had 3 errors at halftime, and they've already had 2 back-to-back sets where they've produced errors, the Parramatta Eels. Need to
Okay,
improve on
gives
that.
it there. Short ball man to Tyler Weston. And the Manly Seagulls would have a kick to tie the game up.
As you mentioned before, Tyler Weston is the man to do it. Send it his way, and they'll be able to produce some magical moments. Great stuff there. Weston now in the centre role on the left edge.
Yeah, he swapped with Sharp at half-time. Interesting decision there, considering how strong Tyler Weston was playing. Kyle Lewis is the man to go to kick. If he gets this, it'll be 18 all here at Lotto Land. It goes round, and that's a great kick there. Kyle Lewis has got it. 18 all. 24 minutes left to play. Manly have all the momentum. It goes back. Eels, they had numerous errors this half. I think they've already had 3 this half. 2 of which have led to tries. Their completion rate has not been the best to start this half, and as such, they've conceded 2 early tries.
Well, look, you mentioned that multiple people, had left the stadium at halftime due to Manly's poor first half. I bet they're punching themselves in the face right now. They're missing some good footy.
Maybe they've turned the car around and said, let's go back home quickly. Our team's still in it as Woolcay pushes forward. That's the second tackle now. Matt Harrell, that pass looked a little bit suspect once more. Dingo looking for dangerous. As always, he'll play it there, though, just short of the 40. I like how Booth calling for it now. Goes there to Prakash. Pushing forward once more. That'll be the 4th tackle. Goes Will K. Inside ball there to Kerrigan. That's a good run. Setters it up there for Blake Harris and Levi Raymond to take him down now. 5th tackle. 22 minutes left to play here. Just joining us. Start at half-time is all. That's dangerous. As I was saying, if you're just joining us. Obviously, the Eels tied 18 all. The Eels led at half-time. 18 points to 6, but now are looking dangerous, Manly, as they've scored 2 quick tries to start off the second half. But this is a good field position here for the Parramatta Eels. Jordan Marshall settings it up. Players are just past the 30. Christian McKay with another run here. And another tackle there, mate. They'll have to take down the big fella. Playing it there on the 20. Goes Blake Harris. Sorry, not Blake Harris. Cherry Evans. 5th tackle now.
Do you have this attacking thing? A good attacking kick here.
Oh, and he's dropped it. And that's disappointing now. It's Jimmy Ralph. He's got some legs. Managed to pull a couple, but eventually taken down by Levi Raymond. That's disappointing there.
Yeah, he hasn't come up with any errors yet, Jimmy Ralph, and has been good in some 1% moments. So good to see here as Weston will take a run from dummy half.
Weston, he's been dangerous. Gets quickly wrapped up though now. Parramatta have to be careful here. Manly got a lot of momentum. This time Ethan Goodwin's the one to take the tackle. That's the 3rd now. Goes Lennox Prakash. Offload there once more to Ethan Goodwin. Seems to be playing in the middle at the moment as they go long pass over to Will K. Sends it out. Oh, Malachi Booth it is. Malachi, oh, that's dangerous. Gets wrapped up there by Brody Kennedy. That's the 5th tackle now. 19 minutes left to go. 18 all the score as Matt Harris decides to put it high. Not the play you expected, but great catch there by Kennedy to outleap Dingo. Great stuff there from the Eels fullback.
Brody Kennedy had to come from the other side of the field to make that catch. You saw him running over there. He desperately needed to get there, and great stuff there by Kennedy. He's been the best player for the Eels this entire season.
As Blake Harris now takes on the line, he gets through. I'm not sure how much longer you can expect Saturday. In fact, if we look down the touchline now, he seems to be warmed up to get back on. He's the player they need to come back on, as Jordan Ford and Luke Short also are on park now. In fact, there he is himself, Luke Short, taking it up. The skipper's back on. This is what the Eels need. 3rd tackle. Goes long ball. Christian McKay, another run there. He's just been so good. I know I've already mentioned it, but he's been so good as now Kennedy. Another player who's been incredible. Breaks past 1 tackle. Breaks past another. Broke a few tackles there. That's going to be 5th tackle now. It goes back. Cherry Evans puts it high. Probably a little bit too deep, and it will be too deep. A little bit disappointed there from the Parramatta Eels.
Yeah, 100%. Not the way they needed to end that set. Also, I think they're going to take some notes here, the Eels. They've shown some ill discipline and some poor work effort when Sensendag and Luke Short has been off the field for long periods of time. That's something they could look at to change in the near future.
Yeah, well, the skipper probably a little bit disappointed his side conceded 2 tries by him and his vice skipper will put out. Till a Sensendag goal. That's a little bit long there. Ref kept his whistle in his pocket. Goes over Dingo now. Steps past McKay. Takes on Kennedy. Kennedy wraps him up. That'll be the 3rd tackle now. Carl Lewis. Long pass over to Matt Harris. Gets the offload to Mulcahy. And oh, Anthony McDonald landed awkwardly on his arm. 4th tackle now. It's going to be interesting to see who goes over there. As Lennox Prakash pushes forward, that could be terrible for the Eels. He's been pretty good today, Anthony McDonald in defence.
Yeah, not what you needed. Oh, knock on by Kay. And it's Sensendag who has come on for Anthony McDonald. He'll be playing on the right edge.
Interesting to see from the Eels. And oh, that's going to be Jordan Ford taking another run. He's been incredible when he's got his hands on the ball. Hasn't had many touches, but when he has, they've been gold. As Christian McKay will play it there. They go wide. Send it to Kennedy. McKay wraps him up there, but seems to be in a bit of a stalemate now. What are teams going to do to sort of break this stalemate?
I personally don't know. They've been really sound in both defense and attack for the majority of this first half. Both teams. Oh, no.
That's disappointing. Jordan Marshall. Bit of a suspect pass there from Lee Raymond. Right in the catch it so it didn't hit the ground. But by the time he caught it, he looks up and there was the Manly defence charging at him. Crunched him in defence. And unfortunately, Manly have a good starting centers. Oh! Bit of a weird play here. I think Mulcahy's kicked that as he scored to catch it. And Kennedy dives on it and they survive.
Well, now I can answer your question. Hold on to the ball. That's exactly... They need to hold on to the ball for the remaining half of this game. They've got 12 minutes remaining. Get to your 5th tackle options and hold the ball as long as you can.
Goes short there to Jordan Ford now. That'll be the 3rd tackle. 18 all is the score. Blake Harris it is. Pushing forward. Gets over to foot 30. That's a good run there. They go inside there. Kennedy it is. Kennedy takes on Bingo and he's in with a hat-trick. Brody Kennedy, you absolute superstar. Breaks the deadlock and he'll give the Eels the lead of 12, 11 minutes to go.
Amazing stuff. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Brody Kennedy catches up to Eli Barnes and tie it up with the amount of tries scored between them. Amazing stuff there. He's fast on his feet. I was going to say earlier that maybe it could come down to a field goal. They could have set up for one, but no. They go for the 6 points.
Kennedy takes on Dingo. He just W'd one way. Think that might have been Cherry Evans on his outside. Dingo fell for it. And he cuts back on the inside. In fact, he has a couple of defenders chasing. Dives early for the line. Crosses over. And now Eels lead 24-18. That's the first try of the second half. But it's a bloody good one.
Yeah, the points will tell you that Manly have won the second half, but all that matters is who wins at the end of the game. And right now, it's Eels with a 6-point difference to Manly.
24-18, a bit of an interesting kick. Not as deep as we usually see them. Maybe Carlos was trying a little trick play there. Didn't work out, though. To go back here, Christian McKay, another run. He's been probably the best player on the field besides Brody Kennedy today. Luke Short now. Sends it wide to Mendonca. Mendonca gets past one. Maybe the Eels could go for one more here if they wanted. 3rd tackle. He'll play it there. Alistair Russell gives it to Kennedy. This is dangerous. Kennedy, we know how good he is. Oh, Dingo gets to him. 4th tackle, but they're on the 20. Maybe they go to potentially take it up. 24, 25, taken up by Morford will convert a try. Cherry Evans now pushes forward. Plays it there, 5th tackle. Goes Jordan Marshall. Not the greatest kick. It's going to be caught there by Dingo, and that's something Manly really needed.
100%. They needed a good outcome, Manly. They either needed to defuse that kick or get a 7 tackle set. They got the later option, but just needed to continue to hit downfield and through the middle.
As Woolcake heads it from a standing start. Rushes up there and is taken there by the Eels forward pack. Goes inside there to Dingo. Dingo's caught there by the Parramatta Eels defenders. He plays it there, second tackle. Woolcake. Long pass over to Blair Curtin. Oh, that's a big run there. Christian McKay it is. He's a big body. Probably something he can do better on Christian McKay. His defense has been a bit lackluster, but his attack is still great as hell. Dylan Sharp, the rookie, breaks the line there. Kennedy eventually wraps him up. Manly need to score to potentially put it into Golden Point. Chapman now. The ex-Penrith player turned Manly. Well, I guess he went from Manly to Penrith back to Manly. As now Blair Curtin. No one there wanted. Blair Curtin breaks for the line. Has an outside runner. He grubbers it. But it's taken there. And now Blake Harris is off. He has Blair Curtin chasing. He's going to get caught. What a moment. What a turn of events. Manly nearly scored it, and Blake Harris runs 50. Goes inside
I'm on
now.
the edge of my... I'm on the edge of my seat here, Lachlan. Amazing stuff. I can't even speak. I'm just dumbfounded about how these teams keep testing each other.
Goes Alistair Russell. He's been solid in the centres tonight. We'll play it there on the 20. Oh, is that a knock on? They're going to say play on. Luke Short is. I'm surprised that wasn't a knock on, but the ref called it. He only hit his head there. Third tackle. Jerry Evans. Short ball there to centre nag. They rush him up. A try here for the Eels will seal it. Long pass over. Shannon Freeburn will be wrapped up there. That'll be the fifth tackle.
They maybe go for a field goal to definitely seal it off here.
They go there, Jordan Ford. Oh, that's not what they would have liked. It does rule out a chance of your kick return or a 7 tackle set, but definitely not the end of the set the Eels would have been hoping for there.
I think they were just trying to play it safe there. Definitely what you mentioned. They don't want to give it to Tyler Reston or Malachi Booth or even Dylan Sharp because they know how deadly their kick returns can be. So turning it over in that area they did could have been better, but definitely defensive rise. Eels looking strong here.
Third tackle, okay, sends it over. Maybe a 40-20 could be the difference they make, although Goodwin pushing forward. I don't think the 40-20 is going to be an option from where they are. Maybe Woolcake goes backwards today, and they won't. Blair Curtin settles it upfield. 3 minutes. The Eels are 3 minutes away from victory. Manly still fighting. They'll probably get one last goal off the footy. They punt it down to Michael Crimp here. Goes down, and it'll be taken there by Woolcake. If they don't force an error here, they probably will get the ball back. The Seagulls, but they'll have to be quick about it. Jordan Ford now. That's a great run. That's a terrific run. Gets up towards the 40. This is... Except this is amazing from the Eels. They're so close to the upset. 2 upsets weeks in a row. Maybe we should stop calling them upsets with the amount of times they're happening here. Goes to Brody Kennedy. Gets it out to Jordan Marshall. That is the 4th tackle. 2 minutes to go. Blake Harris. Short ball there. Gets the offload to Levi Raymond. A field goal here will seal it. What's the play here? It's going to be high. No one wants it. They'll get a 7 tackle set. They'll have a minute and a half. A minute and a half to do something.
The Eels need to stop giving those 7 tackle sets away. That's how they'll lose. I won't be surprised if someone breaks the line here. All be because of that 7 tackle set.
Manly, we're out on their feet here. First tackle. They have a short side raid going. Okay, long pass. Oh, Goodwin hits his head. He managed to catch it. Second tackle now. They need to find something. Goodwin gives it to his brother, Ethan Goodwin. Pushing forward their third tackle, just short of the 50. Okay. Inside once again to Brad Goodwin. 4th tackle. 5, 4. They'll get one last play. Okay. Short ball there to Blair Curtin. He's wrapped up. And the Parramatta Eels have caused another upset. We should probably stop calling them upsets considering they've happened back-to-back weeks now. The Parramatta Eels are going to win. And they've somehow done it here at Brookvale. What a performance from their team.
Outstanding work. Amazing. Come back from wooden spoon favourites at times from multiple players, and then to have this, like Brody Kennedy, for instance, amazing game, a hat trick. He leads. I think he's the leading try scorer, is he not?
He would be now, I believe, with the hat trick. I think he already was tying it with 5 with Eli Barnes. I could be wrong there, but I think the free tonight gets him to 8 already. The record's 11. How many rounds do we have left? Like 5? Kennedy's going for that
5.
record.
Well, he has 4 more games left, Brody Kennedy.
I also want to put out, obviously, Christian McKay. 4 missed tackles, not ideal, but 7 line breaks. That was an incredible performance from him. And I don't know how the Eels have done it here. They've just been incredible today.
Probably the best performance of a second rower this season. Obviously, Seamus Wilson has been good, but Christian McKay, he takes the cake. Wow. Attila Centendag, he only played 55 minutes, but he was such an influential body on the field. They missed him for the 25 minutes he didn't play.
I have to agree. Have a look at the Eels stats. Obviously, 295 minutes. I actually think that's the most of the game. It is by Chaz Dingo. 7 line breaks. Couldn't get a try, though, and obviously it was the player that missed that tackle on Brody Kennedy that caused them to seal it. Tyler Weston, probably the best player, in my opinion, from the Manly Seagulls, along with Matthew Harris. Will Kay, another one that was very strong, but in the end, they had a lot of strong performance tonight, Seagulls, but they were just outplayed, to simply put, tonight.
Yeah, 100%. Kay was unable to get to a couple of his 5th tackle options, which is disappointing to see. He made some good kick meters, especially with that 40-20. In the end, it didn't matter. They got them back into contention, but it is what it is. I think the forward pack of Manly did suffer with the errors. If you look, majority of the forward pack did come up with the errors.
Yeah, if we have a look at the errors quickly here, obviously they were spread out amongst, and Eels also quite a few errors. Cherry Evans and Jordan Marshall, probably not the games they would like to remember, but it didn't matter. Their forward pack was just so good from the Eels. This Eels forward pack just somehow outplayed what was previously considered the best forward pack in the comp.
Amazing stuff. The core forwards definitely had a presence in this game from the Eels. It'll be interesting to see if they get more minutes in the later rounds.
As we look ahead here this evening, obviously, Eels upsetting the Manly Seagulls at home. Thank you once again, Dustin, for joining me. And I'll see you guys later.